posted a few videos of you training.
Right.
Talking about your comeback. What's your motivation right now?
The love for the sport. That's my motivation, you know. I love boxing. I love, you know, because I still feel like even though I've had a lot of success, even though, you know, I made a lot of money, even though, you know, I'm involved in so many other businesses outside of boxing, I just love boxing. I love the sport. I miss it. There's something about boxing that just, and I feel I can still do it, you know, because I've been training. I've been, you know, my reflexes are great, you know. So, and then Mike Tyson, the inspiration that he instilled in me when I saw him up in that ring with Roy Jones, I can't even tell you of how much respect I have for him. You know, what is he, 56, 57? And he looked amazing. He did. So that was a big motivation, you know. And if people think maybe, oh well, what are you doing? What's your motivation? Money? Or no, I would give every single cent to charity. I don't care. I really would, you know. So when I say, you know, these young fighters, if you're 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, like, you still have the chance to, like, really do something, you know, special. Don't be lazy. Don't, you know, if you have to wake up at 4 a.m, then wake up at 3:30, you know. If you have to spar 10 rounds today, no, then spar them as hard as you can, as smart as you can, you know. It's all about you know, just working hard, basically.
Who do you want to fight if you come back?
Well, that's the $1 million question. I don't know. I've been. I mean, I don't know. It has to be a good style for me. You know, it has to make sense where we're gonna make it a great fight, because I loved fighting everybody. You know, I mean, it's like if there's one thing that people respect about me, is that I fought everybody. You know. So we'll see. I don't know.
But let's put it that way: is it gonna be somebody who is retired or the current fighters?
It might be current.
Oh.
Yeah, it could be current. Yeah, it just depends. It has to be. I have to be careful as well, because I'm not 20, and that's exactly why. Like, somebody asked me, well, will you fight Triple G? I go, yeah, I think his style is, like, easy for me. Like, I love styles like that. You know, guys who hit hard and who, you know, that's suited for my style. That's because I'm on my toes, and, you know, it's like so easy. But, you know, I never said I would beat him. You know, it's just somebody asked me, would I fight? Yeah, of course I would. It's perfect for me. But somebody talked to me the other day about, well, would he do a rematch with Manny Pacquiao? I go, are you crazy? That style is, like, so bad for anybody. Manny Pacquiao is a guy who has so much energy. He's a southpaw, and, you know, we do have history together where obviously he beat me. But it just wouldn't be the right style for me at this moment of my life.
Manny Pacquiao said, I'll fight one more time,
Yeah.
and he gave 2 names: Errol Spence or Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Which route do you think he should go? Oh, he said, I donate money if I fight Conor McGregor. I donate money for the COVID patient. Right,
which is great. Which is Manny Pacquiao. He's a very, you know, he believes in charity. He believes in giving back, which is beautiful, which is amazing, which is great. But he's also an athlete. He's also a person who you know would needs to fight for money, to supply for his family, to, you know, I mean, he's not dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the Conor fight because it's a bigger generating money fight. But that's not who Manny Pacquiao is. Manny Pacquiao has always been a fighter of respect, a fighter of integrity, you know, a fighter that of honor. You know, that's why he's the best. That's why he's an 8-time division world champion because Manny Pacquiao is, is just a great super champion. So I'm sure he would prefer the Conor fight because it makes more money, it creates more attention, and he's set for life with his family. But I don't know. Knowing a Manny Pacquiao, he'll probably want to fight Spence because it's a historical fight. It's a fight that he believes he can win.
What about him and Spence? Who you got?
I have Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence. I think so. Especially after Spence and Danny Garcia happened. I think Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence just because of the footwork, speed. One thing that people don't realize about Manny Pacquiao and that they underestimate, that he's fast, but he never gets tired. He just continues to throw punches, and he hits hard. He actually hits hard. I'm surprised he didn't knock me out, but I do have a good chin, but he does hit very hard.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna ask Oscar De La Hoya who is on his pound-for-pound list. But it's not just a regular question. We're gonna play like a funny game. So I have some cards here, and I'm gonna pull 2 at a time. It's not everybody, but most of the current champions.
Most of the top guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
most of the top guys. So, and he'll have to pick only one.
Right.
So, out of 2, unfortunately.
Wow. Putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get it personal, guys. It's
Please
just
don't take it personal.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion.
All right, so the first one is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. The fight that everybody wants, but we don't know if it will happen.
Yeah, right. And I hope it happens very soon while they're both in their prime. But I have Crawford. I think Crawford is look. I love Errol Spence. I think he's just a nice guy. I think he's a hard worker. He has a good soul. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna pick Crawford. I think Crawford has better tools.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we put Crawford here.
Yeah, I like
This
Crawford.
When we go
Yeah.
there. Heavyweights. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
You know what? Both guys are great. Both are my favorite actually, but I have to go with Tyson.
Okay.
How can you not go? Look at that smile. Right? Aside from that, look, Tyson has these abilities for a big guy. He fights like a lightweight, right? And he hits hard. What he did to Deontay Wilder is incredible. How he got off the can. We know he has a chin and a heart. So the only thing that I kind of questions me that not to pick Anthony is that I've seen Anthony where he kind of he got shooken up by Ruiz. You have to question a little bit. Does he have that mental strength? That heart that, of course he does, he's a fighter, but Tyson, we gotta go with Tyson.
Okay, we go with Tyson.
But I still love, what's the name?
Of course, it's not like we just have to make a
No,
decision.
see, she's putting him on the spot.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Charlo brothers.
Oh, wow. The truth is I can't even tell which one's which.
This is Jermel, this is Jamal.
Okay.
Me too, it's hard. They look
I know,
identical.
but there's one that fights. I think both guys are awesome. I think both guys are great fighters. I would have to go. Wow. I would have to go with the meaner looking one.
Okay, Jermel.
Jermel.
Yeah, they say one guy is more like it's meaner. It's Caleb Plant and David Benavides.
Oh, wow. I think that's a great fight. I was watching Caleb Plant, watching his fights the other day, kind of like studying his style, and he's actually a really good boxer. Like, he can move and he can hit. Benavides is one, he can actually box, but he loves coming forward, and he sometimes lets his his anger or something get in the best of him. He makes it too personal in the ring, and that could be a little distraction maybe. So I think I would have to go with Caleb. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Benavides. Putting me
No,
on the spot.
it's just
Yeah.
2. Gervonta Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez.
Oh wow. Jesus, yeah, Teofimo. And I love Gervonta, I really do. I think he's an awesome fighter, amazing fighter. But Teofimo, I think he just proved so much during the Lomachenko fight. And we have to realize that Tank, he's a big puncher. But Teofimo probably walks around at, I don't know what, 175?
He said 150.
150? Well,
yeah.
Even better because he takes care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Even better. So yeah, I would have to go with Teofimo.
Okay, Teofimo. Next one is Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, hands down Ryan Garcia. Hands down.
Garcia.
Yeah.
And there's Manny Pacquiao and Canelo.
Wow, I actually like that one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
Wait, but at what weight?
It doesn't even
matter.
Like
Yeah, I would put Manny Pacquiao winning against anybody.
Let's see, Terence Crawford and Caleb Lund.
Wow, that would be a good. I mean, that would be a great matchup. Obviously, it's like we're not. There's no weight class. It's just like a. Yeah. Crawford. Yeah, Crawford.
Jermell Charlo or Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury.
I already know. My hand was moving already.
Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Ooh. Wow. That's a good one. Now, Manny's in his prime, or what? How is that? What do we?
It's just like you have to say, I don't know, like this one. Just
Jesus, yeah. Pacquiao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pacquiao. We have Ryan here.
Ooh, I like that. See, now that's a good one. Oh my gosh. I actually like Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have Terence Crawford.
Wow, now that was a difficult one.
This one, obviously, as we know.
Oh wow. I would have to go with Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ryan is getting bigger. Is there any possibility he'll go up to 147?
Yes, he will. Absolutely. Talk about a dream fight. Wow. I'm gonna have to say a draw.
Okay. And you know what? One more question, the last one. What about Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez?
Wow, that's a dream fight. I actually like Ryan. I mean, not just because we promote him, but I mean, styles make fights. And Teofimo's like a freaking amazing fighter, but yeah, I'm gonna go with my guy.
Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, who you got?
Teofimo.
All right, guys. Recently spoke with Lomachenko, and he called out Gervonta Davis. But that's not even the question. The question is, it looks like the fighters that they're in their 30s, they keep losing, even though they had a great amateur career,
right.
Gold medalist,
Yeah.
Luke Campbell.
Yeah.
Like, they go in front of these young guys
Yeah.
that people doubt. And these young guys, Teofimo Lopez, they just they get it done. It looks like they're too old. Maybe they don't have a reaction. They're slower than these guys. What's the deal?
No, and it's a good question that you bring up. I think it's lack of motivation. I think a lot of fighters these days think about the business of boxing, the payday, it's a quick payday. I'm maybe not gonna run an extra mile. I'm gonna cut back on sparring. I'm gonna take it easy. It's lack of motivation. I mean, because if you take a look at the past generations of boxing, where fighters used to fight 10, 12, 16 times in 2 months, like when Sugar Ray Robinson used to fight every other week, and you take a look at a fighter like myself, for instance, that I remember one time I fought 5 times, 5 world title fights in 1 year. Like, I stood in the gym every single day because I was motivated. And now you take a look at these fighters that are fighting 1 time a year, twice a year maybe. It's because there's no motivation. They're just thinking about the dollar signs, and that's fine. But what I like to think, and my message to the fighters is that Think about think about your legacy. Think about becoming a legend in boxing, and then the money will come. Don't worry about that. The money will come if you fight the right fights. If you fight, the best. The best have to fight the best, and so I think a lot of these fighters are just thinking business. They're thinking business, and they forget about what got them there. What got them there is their training and the hard work and waking up at 4 a.m. and training all day. That's your job. Focus on your job. And I'm speaking as a fighter. Yes, I'm a promoter now, but a lot of people forget I was a fighter.